Hi there, welcome to official video diary number 1 for this year's QCS marking. It's September 2016 and I've just finished the first approximately 3.5 hours of marker training this morning. We've done some practice marking, we're about to have lunch, then we're going to go and do some real marking in the exam hall. I wanted to start off by giving a quick outline of what it is that I'm marking within the QCS exam. For those of you who are in Queensland, I'm marking the short response paper and I'm marking this year's Unit 9, which is item 15 and 16. So either if you did that paper this year, then you will know what I'm talking about, and even if you didn't, and if you're in any other state, soon enough when the paper is online as a past paper, you can go online, download it, check it out, because the whole beauty of this type of exam is that it is a generic skills exam. So all of the concepts that go into the exam, how students tackle it and approach it and how we mark it, are very applicable to any state and any type of exam. Now, the type of question that I'm marking, it is a script from a short play, and it's to do with interpreting that script, understanding what's going on during the script, and being able to continue on and be able to give different versions of events and how they might be portrayed. Now, some specific topics that have come up for me already in terms of the factors that are affecting students' grades and how the mark scheme will be used are 3 things. Specificity, so being really specific in answers. The differences in grade boundaries, so how it is relatively easy sometimes to be getting, say, a C grade with very little content, but also what are the big cut-offs between the A's and B's, B's and C's, C's and D's. And thirdly, how links and extensions of answers are made. So, for example, the positive marking aspect, how we are to look for things and how we credit things. There's a lot of emphasis this year on positive marking, and I will explain a little bit of that in relation to students' links in their answers. And I'll give you a lot more detail on that as I go. So I'm going to go get my lunch and I'm going to go get marking and have lots more specific examples to share with you and ideas on strategy, techniques students are using, where students are going great, where they're not doing so well, so that you and your teenager can help avoid any pitfalls in the future and get the very best out of all their future exams. So it's the end of marking on day 1 of QCS marking 2016. I just wanted to wrap up today with a bit of a recap and fill you in on some of the details that I didn't really have to hand with me earlier in the day when I shot my little video. So I thought that after trying to convey to you, especially if you're not a parent with a student in Queensland or a student in Queensland watching this, that this information is super useful for you, I wanted to share with you the key skills that are being tested in the unit that I'm marking. So the key skills are in item 15, inferring, so being able to take information from the script essentially that's being given and use it and understand it and being able to interpret it and being able to glean information that may not be given explicitly, but that you need to be able to determine from the information that you are given. Secondly, searching and locating information. I am reading this from my marking guide from today. Searching and locating information. So again, being able to use a set of given instructions, maybe an extract, maybe a clip, whatever it might be, a set of instructions, being able to search through it, locate information, and be able to give that information succinctly. Another key skill, compiling lists. So one of the tasks that the student had to do within the unit that I'm marking is be able to read through the script that was given for the short play and be able to give a series of events that would have happened by reflecting on what the conversation was that was being had by the 2 characters. So could they determine what had been going on beforehand and be able to make a series of events and just put that in bullet point form? Sounds pretty easy, but obviously as the days go on, I'll reveal and share with you some of the things that I've been coming across in terms of where things can go wrong, and where things may not always be as simple and slip-ups are easily made, so that you and your team don't make those slip-ups. Okay, in the other item, I've got 2 items within the unit that I'm marking. Empathizing. So the other part of the unit is taking that script from that short play and taking it a step further to show different ways that it could end. So being able to empathize with characters, figure out what their emotions might be, what different things and different options might be as to where it might go. Explaining to others. So being able to explain their decisions, so where they see that play going or how a character might act, explaining why that is justified with what's going on in the scene and why that character might be feeling the way they do, what gestures they might make and how that might link to their emotion. So explaining is such a key word. Analyzing, so being able to dissect what's going on, analyze and explain, it very tightly links with that keyword explain. And gesturing, so that is actually quite specific to the scene that we're looking at and to this particular task, but looking at how those gestures work, being able to analyze them and explain them, so it all links together. So this video diary is brilliant. I'm not gonna skirt around it. It's brilliant for any students doing English literature, film studies, media, drama, any of those things. It's gonna be brilliant for you to really switch onto this, really take notice of the sorts of things that I discuss. But for anyone that has to maybe try and use information, put it into list form, explain a situation, take a given situation or scenario and extend it. This will apply to you, all the things that I'm going to talk about. It's very, very easy to transfer these skills and learn from this particular exam unit and put it into other exams, subjects, situations. So that's it from me for day 1. I'll be back again tomorrow, but for you that will be next week, so I'm going to publish each of these video diaries each week on the blog. If you're watching this anywhere besides the blog, please head over there. It's www.gradetransformation.com.au/blog. And if you have any questions about anything I've already talked about, or anything you'd love to know about what goes on behind the scenes at external exam marking, or any questions about exams in general, or even the QCS exam or an exam in your state, please email them in. My address is katie.price@rocksolidstudy.com.au and I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.